Hello and welcome. All bets is your own risk, your own reward, and I'm just basically stating what I'm betting. Cloud bets is an interesting spot, as you can just read amongst here, but we'll take a look at some of the lines. Three proposition bets is what it's going to come down to, all for NFL games. Two of them will be in the New England Patriots versus the Washington Redskins. I like Washington plus the 16 and under 42. And there's another one I like in the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts as well. But the side and total, it's mainly just that of an opinion play. Let's first take a look at Kansas City against Indianapolis. Kansas City home favorites of 10.5 points with a total at 56. But what I want to do is I want to take a look at player specials. And when sport books do all of this type of stuff, give you all of these different opportunities to make wagers, and it can go extreme. There's probably thousands of different bets available on here right now. And if they make one mistake that I can find, then I'm probably going to bet it. And there's one here that I have found. Patrick Mahomes, interceptions, and the over-under's a half, favored to go over. So they're basically saying there's a noticeably better likelihood that Mahomes will throw an interception in this game against Indianapolis than that he will not. And I'm on the opposite flip side. No, Patrick Mahomes. This dude's for real. At least I believe he's the type of guy where maybe in a 16 game season or over a 16 game time span, averaging about maybe 2, 3, 4 interceptions in a season. That's how damn good I think he is becoming and is right now. He hasn't thrown an interception in his last 6 games. He has thrown 9 in his total career, which spans 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1, which would be 23 games, I think. But he's only thrown 9 in his career. No, 9 different games in which he's thrown it. I should be stating it as. Because if it's 2 or 3 in a game, I count that as 1 in this situation. Because that's what it is, yes or no. I don't think he's going to throw one. So I'm going under the half. I think that's a mistake. I think he's got maybe a 30% chance, 35% chance, maybe 38, 40. And I'm getting plus 108 as it's decimal 208, but I like that play. Okay, so let's now go on to New England versus Washington, and I don't believe Tom Brady. I think there's serious issues with him. If you look back at his tape, and the YouTube search for this is every pass completed last week versus Buffalo, so Tom Brady every completion, um, even put Bills in, and you'll find it. All he's doing is just dump off, dump off, dump off, dump off. I don't think he can throw deep. Again, serious injury. They got brought in a quarterback a little over a week ago, and you only do that if there's a serious issue. And after watching that game last week itself, I am not bullish at all. This is the wrong game with Tom Brady. Nothing, but within the game itself, this defense on New England is stout as can be, and we got Colt McCoy in Washington, just a terrible offense. The only reason I'm scared about Washington plus the 16 is, Washington may not get past that 0-3-6 or 7-10 score. And even the New England defense might score a bunch, and that's why I'm scared about the over-under mostly. And the under 42, which is the best play of the two. I like under 42 more than I like the plus 16. And I'm not betting either one. But the one thing I'm scared about this is, okay, yep. Oh, interception. Okay, New England scores on defense, or New England sets up Brady at the 15-yard line, stuff like that. And that is what concerns me. Now, unfortunately, on this, I learned a lesson, and I already knew it anyway. I had 2 opportunities to make an interesting bet. Unfortunately, there's no good anti-Colt McCoy ones. I kind of want to fade him too, but the market's already on that. This one here really affected me because I looked yesterday at an over-under of 35.5 receiving yards, favored to go under. And I should have pounced on it last night. I should have pounced on it even this morning, early afternoon when it was available. But now that total's gone up to 46.5, and it's favored now to go over. I still like it. I believe Brady's just going to keep dumping it off to him and Edelman if he plays. I don't even know if Edelman's going to play. Josh Gordon, he doesn't seem right. I just don't. His total under 58.5 receiving yards, I got an opinion on that. And his long reception under 24.5 as well. I have an opinion on that as well. But I should be betting this, and it's pretty decent price at 184. I think his over-under is about 60, 59. That's what it should be. but they don't have much of a choice. Sony Michel could be they could be just handing the ball off to him. The Washington run defense. If you look at it statistically, it looks like it's horrible. It's not as bad as it is because there's a lot of running quarterbacks that have got them pretty good. But Sony Michel, I was hoping like to go over like 50 yards or something, like 50 something, and 68 and a half. I definitely wouldn't go under it. Although normally I look at that, I want to look for ways to go under the total. But I think there's a good chance that Sony Michel could have a good game. So the two plays that I like, the one that I like the least of the two, I like it. I like them both a lot. Is Tom Brady passing yards. We have an over under here at 276 and a half. It's pretty bad. That's pretty high. It's too high. I like the under. I like the under. I don't think he can throw the ball deep at all. He barely got around 200 yards last week. And all he was doing was just thumping the ball down. I also watched his Friday press conference. Had to go into whole poker mode. And watching Tom Brady trying to get tells off of him, well, that gives me back experience playing the poker table where I got tough people I'm trying to get reads off of. And this is a situation where there was no way I think he could hide it. He seemed scared, he being Tom Brady. Something I normally don't see out of him. And one of the things I look for when people are uncomfortable in situations and they're in that moment for it and they're able to get something away from an uncomfortable spot to something that they actually have comfort with. And it was something brought an off-topic thing. Now he's all happy and giggly. I am really convinced Brady is not going to be able to throw the ball well. So I like under 276 and a half. The one I like the most is this one here. And that's for his longest one at 36 and a half. Now, it's going to be tough for him to throw it to Edelman or White, 6-yard screen or 6 yards post the line of scrimmage, whatever, and then for them to run that amount of yards. It's just going to be so difficult. And I don't see him throwing the ball really much over 7, 8 yards at all. I mean, I'd be surprised if he makes even 3 completions over 8 yards post line of scrimmage. And maybe one of those guys, Philip Dorsett or one of them, can take a play and get past some defenders and go some extra yards. But I got to think likelihood is that he's probably not going to make a play as large of that number. I think that over-under should be relatively low, closer to like 30 or 29, 31. As unfortunately to me, it looks like the Tom Brady reign is going to be coming to an end. It happens to all quarterbacks. I might be wrong, or all players rather. Father Time, if you will, as one of the greatest, probably the greatest player I've ever seen in the NFL. Over just to be able to dominate as much as he has, but I think his domination days are over, and it's just and it's one of those spots where I mean, normally if there's a whatever like a regular pro like top end Brady, I'd be coming out stating I'm expecting a 30-40 point blowout here, but I don't think Brady's capable of doing it. If Washington is seeing what I'm seeing, and I've watched a lot of the New England tape over the last week, well. I watched the game and I watched about 3 or 4 different highlight packages, but that I have to think that they want to force them to deep passes, play one man deep, and just put everyone in the box and stop that 5-6 yard short game. But we'll see. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye bye. And yeah, for risk reward management, I mean I don't control what happens. I just put my plays out here, see what happens, enjoy the game, and. One more thing I was mentioning, hockey. No, I don't want to see the score. I was gonna say you can see amazing like this. If you go in there and you look at the live thing, there's like 100 things you can bet on a live game at one point. But I don't want to see the live scores right now because I'm gonna go to the other room and see it now. And have yourself a great day. Bye bye.